Good morning, students. In SST, the first chapter of first unit that we are going to study is the understanding modern Indian history. And in this chapter, we are going to learn about that what is basically history, how we divide the history, and why it is necessary to learn the important dates of history. Now, the first thing that we need to understand is what is basically history. Now, what is history? History is basically the study of changing patterns in time. Now, what are the basically these patterns? Patterns are the events or the happenings that have happened in the past that are related to some major events that happened at the time of the kings or the time of the battles that leads to some changes in the traditions or the cultures in our country. Those are the changing patterns that we are now going to study in history. Second thing that comes over here is that it analyzes the past events and happenings. Now these patterns are being analyzed by the historians. Historians are the people who study the facts about the history. The second part comes over here is the periodization of Indian history. Now, what is basically periodization of Indian history? Periodization is the division of history into the three various periods. And what are these three various periods? As in the 6th class, you have already understood about the ancient period. What is ancient period? It is a period before the 8th century. That is when there are the Turks that have been arrived in our India. Turks are the Turkish people. After the 8th century, from 8th to 18th century, we have the second periodization, that is the medieval period, and that is when the Britishers have arrived in our country. Then when they start colonizing in our country. The today what we are in this period, that is the modern period, that is in which we are living, that is from 18th century, 19th century, 20th century, 21st century, and so on. So the historians have divided the Indian history into these three periods to make it easy and simple to understand that what is basically history and why we need to understand about the history. Thank you.